Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy.
And I'm Lucas.
And welcome to the Patched channel. And today we're going to be reviewing the SteelSeries Aerox 3, not to be confused with Xerox. Are they still around?
I don't
even know.
I don't know.
It's an old company. You youngins probably don't even know what that is. But anyways, this is the Aerox 3 wireless, obviously from the wireless title. This is a wireless mouse. It has a USB-C
Yes, USB-C, baby.
Yes, so Lucas really likes that. So yeah, I mean, obviously, it's awesome because it's wireless. I feel like that's the new wave, you know? The new wave was kind of like putting holes in your mouse and making it as light as possible. But now, the new wave with like the Model O wireless and all that coming out, it's got to be the wireless mouse.
Make the same mouse, but wireless.
Exactly.
And light.
Increase the price. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is going for $100, which is still a great price because, you know, the Vibra Ultimate is like $150. The G Pro Wireless is still $150. So $50 cheaper than your, like, I guess, go-to popular wireless mice. So we're going to be taking a look at this. If you guys do want to get it, we'll leave a link in the description box. But let's go over the shape of this mouse, and I absolutely love this shape. It's awesome.
It's really nice. It is essentially the Rival 3 shape, but wireless and lighter weight.
And with a honeycomb, no, it's not a honeycomb design, it's a square design. You see that?
Yeah, it's got squares.
That's interesting. Okay. But anyways, yeah, the shape is incredible. I love it. For palm grip, it feels awesome. The arch, which is the highest point of the mouse, is a little bit towards the back, but it kind of slants down here going into the front of the mouse, and it's a little flat. You know, you guys see that? So it feels great to palm grip. Also, I love these crevices. If you guys can see, at the top of the mouse, it's very narrow. And then once you get to the bottom, it's very wide. And it has this really nice curve here, like this crevice here on both sides of the mouse, which makes it very comfortable for your thumb and pinky when you hold the mouse, especially when you're finger tipping.
Yeah, it has these really sort of deep concave ridges on the sides. More so than other mice that we've used in the past, and only the back really comes out. And if we look at it from the bottom, you can actually see the rest of the mouse is just entirely straight. It's just the bottom, and that sort of moves out like that, and it provides this really comfortable sort of placement for your fingers, and it's a really nice experience for sure. I had no issues with my large hands, finger tipping, palm gripping, claw grip, you name it. I had no issue with any of them.
So if you have a small sized hand, a medium sized hand, a large sized hand, and you fingertip or claw grip or palm grip, you should be good to go. I mean, this is a mouse shape that I feel like will be a very nice and comfortable mouse shape for most people. So the mouse shape is awesome. If you've ever used a Rival 3, it's the exact same shape. Let's go over the wireless feature a little bit. So we have a dongle, and obviously this is the wireless receiver. And this is the dongle. It has a little bit of rubber here on the bottom, so it stays in place on your desk. And then when you need to charge your mouse, you unplug it from the dongle, and of course you charge your mouse. It has a nice braided paracord, so it feels very nice. I mean, it feels great even with this cord, you know?
Yeah, I really had no issues even gaming with the cord while it's charging, which you really don't have to do very often, because that's the main thing for people is going to be battery life. And they said they slimmed down the battery and actually made it weigh a little bit less in order to keep the weight down. We got 66 grams here, 80 hours of battery life on the 2.4 gigahertz channel, which is the faster one, 200 hours of battery life using it on Bluetooth, which is also another feature that you got on here.
Exactly.
So if you're connecting it to, like, let's say I want to connect it to my streaming PC instead of my gaming PC, I can just connect it via Bluetooth instead of having to move the dongle around.
That's awesome. And you have the actual switch here on the bottom. It says Bluetooth off and then 2.4 gigahertz. And obviously all those numbers, 200 hours and 80 hours, is with the RGB off. So there's that. I mean, the RGB is phenomenal on this mouse. I absolutely love it. You guys can see the RGB strip here on the bottom of the mouse, and it's like a really cool underglow effect. And if you guys look at the bottom of the mouse, you guys can see like a very light plastic that's supposed to like diffuse the RGB in color. So when you lift it, you guys can see it, and it looks really cool. Also, another cool thing about the RGB is that when you move it, it kind of like changes color, which is obviously just an option of this mouse, but you know, came stock with it, and it looks great.
Yeah, and I mean, the whole mouse glows from the inside, and then you've got the underglow as well, which is, it looks really cool. Obviously makes your aim a ton better, having the RGB on there, so we approve. We approve.
But obviously just be careful because it is a wireless mouse and it does reduce the battery life significantly.
But also increases headshots significantly as well.
Of course, so if you want to make that trade-off, then obviously turn on the RGB, you know? Like Lucas said, this is a very light mouse. It's coming in at 66 grams, or so they say. So let's check it here on my scale.
Check their work.
Of course. Ooh, 67 grams. They're lying to us.
Oh my, that's a gram over.
We're gonna return this.
Yeah.
Can't do it. No, but yeah, so anyways, yeah, it's a super light mouse. Obviously, this is the exact same shape as the Rival 3, but the Rival 3 was like 100 grams or something like that. 100
yeah,
grams,
it was heavy because I mean you had two big old batteries in there, like what, double A's, triple A's, something like that.
Yeah, two triple A's.
Two triple A's. So it was super heavy. This one, obviously, there's just a battery that's built in and rechargeable. So I mean, dude, at that weight, it feels really nice, and especially at this price point, $100. That's not bad at all.
Yes, and as far as the square design goes, like the square holes, we got square holes here on top of the mouse, and I guess coming into the mouse 1 and 2 buttons a little bit, and also on the bottom of the mouse. There's no holes on the sides of the mouse, which I really like. I don't like it when companies do that because it just feels, I don't like feeling the holes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got that cheese grater sort of feel.
So that's a nice little touch there.
As far as the switches go, they've got golden micro IP54 switches in there. And they feel, I mean, they feel pretty nice. It's very, very responsive. There's a decent bit of pre-travel and then not a whole lot of post-travel, which I actually don't mind. It causes for a very tactile feeling click, and I approve.
Yeah, it feels great. Not as hard of a click as the Rival 3, which uses KO switches, I believe. But it still feels great nonetheless, and I would say it feels a lot better than Omron switches. And also, it's rated for 80 million clicks, which is awesome. This will last you a very long time. The side buttons, I don't really like all too much. There's a lot of pre-travel and a lot of post-travel, which is normal for side buttons, but look at how thin it is.
They're so tiny.
Yeah, I don't really.
It kind of reminds me of the CM600.
Yeah.
That one mouse where it had like tiny just squares as side buttons. They're small, so it definitely takes a little bit of getting used to. I don't know, it's just kind of weird, kind of wonky.
As far as the scroll wheel goes, it feels pretty similar to the Model O scroll wheel, so not like too tactile of steps, but it's not bad. And of course, you have a DPI button here on top, so there's that. Moving on to the skates, we got 4 circles on each corner of the mouse, and they are the PTFE skates, which is interesting because it's black. You know, usually PTFE feet are like light blue or white, but in this mouse, it's black, which is kind of cool actually.
Yeah.
It's not the fastest feeling skate though.
Yeah, they don't feel too fast, and they are rounded as well. Not just round, but they're actually rounded on the inside as well, which usually makes it glide a lot better, but they're kind of like meh.
I would say it's average.
You know, they're about average. They're nothing special. It's not as bad as we're making it out to be. It's just nothing special. Feels like your average skate. So we're using SteelSeries' TrueMove Air sensor that was designed specifically for their wireless line, and it feels good. Feels good. No complaints from the sensor, to be honest. I didn't notice any latency or anything like that, so it feels great.
Awesome. Like we said, the RGB looks awesome. The build quality is also great. You know, even though they're using a lot of holes, there's really no problem with creaking. There's not a lot of side wobble on the mouse 1 and 2 buttons. And yeah, it's just a great built mouse.
Yeah, the finish is sort of, they got that like coarse kind of razor-esque finish on there.
Yeah.
And it feels nice. It's really grippy. And I had no issues. Really no issues with it. I mean, it shows fingerprints a tiny bit, but I mean, it's really barely noticeable unless you're under lighting like we are.
All right, so wrapping things up, It's a great mouse, and it's $50 cheaper than like the main wireless mouse.
Yeah,
like
pretty
I
much
said,
everything else on the market.
exactly. So 100% recommended, and it has USB-C, which is awesome.
Yeah,
So,
we're all up to date there.
exactly. So it's just a great overall mouse. Shape is awesome. Clicks are great. Skates are okay. I mean, you can get used to it. It's not the fastest, but you can make it work. And the wireless feature of this mouse is awesome. And I really like the dongle. It's like a weighted dongle as compared to like a lot of the other wireless, dongles, which are super light. It doesn't stay in place when I, put it on my desk. So this is also nice.
Plus, a little rubber on there adds an aspect of just like attention to detail. This mouse, honestly, it's easier for me to state the things that I don't like, on it because there's so few of them. It's literally just the side buttons. I really just wish they would fix the side buttons, maybe make the skates a little bit faster. Aside from that, I really have no qualms on this guy. And for $50 less than the others, because those features are so minor to me, those improvements, I mean, I definitely buy it. I would honestly buy it over probably a Viper Ultimate. And G Pro Wireless, I mean, that's my baby. I don't know if I'd buy it over that, but for $50 less, I'm just saying.
Versus videos coming soon, of course. But anyways, again, if you guys do want to get this mouse, we'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.